is a very interesting day. As you can see, I just look so natural, so well refreshed, so revived. So every year towards the end of the year, I go on vacation, really with the goal to refresh myself in preparation for the new year. So in today's video, I basically wanted to share with you why that is necessary and how that has helped me on my journey. Most of the times we overlook taking a break. We feel like it's a waste of money, it's a waste of time, and just a waste of your resources. But on my journey, I have known that it is much needed. I have learned that it is much needed, and that's what I wanted to share with you in this video. So I'm going to divide this video into two. First, I want to share with you why it's necessary to travel, and then on the latter part, I'll share with you how I go about planning for my vacations. So 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, I just came back. 2 weeks actually. I traveled to Zanzibar, Tanzania. If you don't know where that is, it's in Africa, one of the world's most recommended vacation destination. I must testify, yes, it is one of the best. The first reason why you should consider traveling is it will help you build new ideas. You're going to get inspiration from whichever location you are going to travel to. And mind you, I just don't qualify traveling like it has to be an international trip, even a local trip. You're going to benefit so much from just you getting inspiration within your country or outside the country, you getting new ideas, because then you would have well rested and you have energy to carry on with your business, your project, or your career. So to avoid a burnout, take a break. If you notice you are becoming sluggish, if you notice you don't have enough energy to think or to go on, a break is much needed. And do yourself a favor, take it before you burn out. Second thing is, when you travel, you build a great network. On my way to Zanzibar, I met a friend who lives in Egypt, and obviously Egypt is on my bucket list, places I want to visit. So I met a friend on my flight to Zanzibar. In Zanzibar, I met several people in the tourism sector, others who are also traveling there. So yes, traveling exposes you to a different network. Like I said before, don't limit yourself to just thinking international. If you can't afford it, that's okay. You are still going to build a network wherever you go. You're meeting different people and people who are in different careers. Obviously, on a trip, you're going to meet a medical personnel, an engineer, an accountant. That will be beneficial to your network and your network. So traveling also enhances your creativity. You are going to see different ideas from different people. If you're an architect, for example, and you travel as far as Italy, you're going to get inspiration, and it's going to enhance what you're capable of creating. You're going to have an inspiration from another individual. If you're an artist, for example, your art will be more influenced and enhanced by the places you visit. So it's very necessary that you travel. Your creativity is enhanced by the places you visit, and also just because you have a break, your creativity just goes to a 100. And for me, it's very cardinal that I take a break before the year begins, because I want to enhance my creativity. I want to enhance my inspiration of why I'm working so hard, or how I'm going to attain those goals that I look forward to into a new year. So yes, traveling enhances your creativity and should not be overlooked. Traveling lowers the risk of depression. One of the things that I have noticed is when you are in one area, you're just viewing your space related to everything you're going through. So once you take a break, you travel, you lower the risk of depression because you're engaging in various activities, different environment that will just help you reflect better what you're going through versus how life should be, and that will motivate you to just think outside the box and get out of the box of depression. I always encourage people, if you're going through a certain path, take a break and just travel to places that will help you appreciate life, help you appreciate where you are going to versus where you are at. So it's very important you travel, especially if you are in a space where you're not emotionally okay. Also, just doesn't mean you have to travel so that you get more happier, but it just will help you build yourself into appreciating life differently. Happy hormones are released in adrenaline activities, for example. You engage yourself in such activities and you are happier. So yes, to reduce the risk of depression, my friends, let's travel. So traveling helps you learn about other people's culture. You're learning about other people's food. You're learning about other people's work ethics. For example, in Zambia, truth be told, for almost all the events I've been to, I've never been to an event that starts on time. And they call that no Zambian time. Let's meet during Zambian time. But if you go to the UK, for example, every person you're going to meet there, I've lived there before, every person you're going to meet in the UK or every activity, event you're going to starts right on time. If anything, 5 minutes before time. So once you travel, you're able to appreciate other people's culture such that you can adopt what is useful for your personal life. And I think it's very cardinal for us if we want to build a generational legacy. There's so much we can learn from other people's culture that can help us mentor other people into building ethics that are valuable and productive. So yes, traveling does enhance that. And lastly, I wanted to share with you a few tips of how I plan for my vacations just to make it affordable and just to enjoy myself. First off, I recently launched my workouts line, Her Body Go Fit. If you haven't seen it, yes, please follow us on Instagram, Her Body Go Fit. Just about 2 weeks later, I was in South Africa. A few days later, I was in Zanzibar. So to the eyes of people, it's easy for someone to say she's using business money. But there's a difference with how I plan for my vacations. Business money is strictly business money. I only get paid. So if you are going to want to have a vacation, have in mind your destination, have in mind your cost, and divide that into blocks or units, and let's call it a sinking fund. So that money, you begin to save for it. It's a travel sinking fund. That means once you use it, it's not multiplying. It's just for you to recover. So you're saving towards that. Say the budget is 10,000 kwacha, of which Zanzibar should be around 20. It's also dependent on the activities you want to do. Personally, each time I travel, I love the adrenaline activities, which is kind of like slightly expensive, and I want to just experience the culture, so I have that balance. So you know that your trip to Zanzibar will cost you 15,000 or 20,000. You now begin to save towards that. So the first thing is you want to find out your destination. You want to find out the cost, and based on what you can afford, you now choose your activities. Another thing is, after you know how much you're going to spend, you've done your cost analysis, it's always good to watch YouTube videos to your destination so that you are aware of certain things. For Zanzibar trip, like I said, I was in South Africa before going to Zanzibar. I never really got the time to start doing my research. All I did was just list down everything that I've always wanted to do in Zanzibar. As a result, we ended up paying more because then we were paying to an agent and not directly at the place for the activities. So if you're planning a Zanzibar trip, I would advise you firstly to ensure you know the cost where you are going. I only found that transport was quite expensive in Zanzibar because places are far apart. So you want to know that and which places you're going to visit. So I would advise you do all activities in one place, pay there, because then that saves you on transport. That's mistake number one. So basically, that's everything that you need to know when you're planning for your trip, why it's necessary. You definitely do need a break. Like, I mean, you come back refreshed, energized. I really did have a good time. And in as much as we are saving and building towards our goal, let's not deprive ourselves of what we love to do. If you love to travel, do it gladly. If you love to purchase gadgets and those gadgets make you happy, do so. In as much as you want to reach that financial goal, it shouldn't deprive you of your happiness. If you're joining us for the very first time, this is your first time watching, click the like button and just subscribe to ensure more videos like this are notified to you immediately we upload them. That's basically what I wanted to share with you in this video. Until the next video, bye!